Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 13. We have once again survived another attack, and the mechanical corpses of our attackers are lying there waiting to be dissected into metal. And our quest for gold continues. Well, it continues after we deal with this prison break. Prisoners have staged a breakout. They've somehow defeated the door lock and are making their way out. They might seek weapons, they fight or try to escape. These prisoners are involved. Bat and Urkin Toxos. Prisoners are more likely to attempt breakouts when they're unhappy, numerous and healthy. So, that's these two folks. Who are relatively good mood. So the door has been unlocked. We can of course recruit everybody. Wemmel, you gonna cover the door there. Marco, move you over there. We got Enzo and Brandon over there. Put Gopi in the corner here. We have Darknessia, who is returning tired. So I'll put you in there and we'll see how this goes. I don't think they're gonna be overly happy with us here. Okay. So Toxos is dead. Bat is gonna get shot to bits. Can you... Bat has been downed. Good. That means we can unrecruit everybody. Marco, of course, needs to be healed. Wemmel is... Another warden. Yeah, is it just Brandon or do we have someone else who's wardening as well? Enzo. Okay, you... Oh, we got Brandon over there. That works. So you... can... take them to bed. Seems like the best course of action right now. Wemmel, you are... haul the corpse away. That seems like a decent idea as well. So, that didn't quite work as intended. First, we of course heal our own. I think Bat has been recaptured. Nothing permanent in terms of damage, so this should just be should be good. Wounds do need to be tended to, and we'll just try to see if we can recruit you. For 92 is a decent difficulty. Baboon, of course, needs to be moved over to a different prison, which is going to be interesting. Wemmel, why don't you? Wait. This one has been connected, right? Oh, no. Need to tell you to use the crematorium in order to deal with the corpse. It works a bit weirdly that way. You would expect to be able to say to a corpse to torch them. But for now we are done with it, so might as well flick the switch. Then we heal Marco, then after that we'll heal Bat. And after that we continue as planned. So, a little bit of excitement to get the episode going. But I think that's gonna be enough excitement for now. Would be useful if you can transfer Baboon. Can we assign this? No, you can't. I wonder if in future alphas we can. We shall see. So, I believe... Oh, Artinius, our night owl, is just happily deconstructing things over here. Which is a decent way to build up some skills in construction, especially as a fast learner. This is pretty darn good. Let's see, Darknessia. Actually, you know, maybe we should restrict you to base. So that way you're not gonna bother Artinius while Artinius is learning here. Might be a bit cruel. No, it would be nice for them to work together, all that, but it is better for learning purposes, and it really does make sense to have a second good constructor rather than just the one. So Bat has been fully healed, people have been moved over, we have a roof collapse. Wait, what? Okay. Guess that's okay. There is no roof area to clear, but I guess a roof simply just formed. And by just drawing an outline, we can make the roof disappear. That works rather well. With a bit of luck, I don't think you're gonna make level 9 out of this though. But it was a worthy attempt. Everybody else is just unrestricted. And now we're just hauling stuff up and down into storage. That makes sense. Do we have a decent miner left? At Dagnesia. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense then that Dagnesia has been confined to the base for mining purposes. Why is Bat in the hallways? Why is Bat in the hallways? Why are you in the hallways? Seriously. This doesn't make sense. Brandon? Okay. This is not making any sense to me. Why are you wandering about, unrestrained? Oh wait, there's no door here. Suddenly it makes a lot of sense, right? So we'll build a, well, what can I say, a steel door in, but I'm afraid we don't have the steel for that. So a wooden door it is gonna be. Not sturdy, but it's gonna be useful nonetheless. Let's keep telling us to haul the stone out. And first we're just gonna finish up these corridors, make sure we have a consistent haul again. And after that we're gonna focus on just digging out more areas, things like that. Let's have a quick look. How are things going here? Looks like Artinius is gone. Oh, there's a lot of hauling jobs now. Ah, of course, it's middle of the daytime. Artinius is sleeping, being a night owl and all that. Wemmel, however, is not a night owl. So I'm gonna wake Wemmel up just to not mess too much with Wemmel's day-night cycle. There's still a bunch of bows left. I think we should actually have a weapon storage that's closer than this one. Maybe use the area over here as a secondary storage. That way we can just haul stuff from here to there, then have just an overflow that we can then later on, and we can shift around a little bit with priorities maybe to work with that. So let's have a look. I mean, we of course wouldn't want this to be an alternative entrance into the base. That would be rather silly. So let's start by drawing some lines. So if this is gonna be, now we can draw extra wall lines around here. So of course this is going to be a double wall, just a regular double wall. We probably want to see if we can reinforce that on the outside, but nah, that might be tricky. Just thinking a bit out loud. So we have the insides of the base, also double walls around everything for temperature isolation. So using the coolers and the heaters, we can more or less keep things at a decent temperature. The outside is currently 30 degrees. If you only have a single layer of walls, temperature is really easily gonna leak through. As you notice over here, 27, about 29 out. There's only a little bit of cold seeping in through the single doors over here, which is why this is a different temperature. Of course, the furnace here doesn't really help either. So if we can fix this to be better temperatures, that might help. On the other hand, there's gonna be storage. We don't really care about the temperature, do we? It's always interesting to get caught up in some things, but if people don't really need to be there, then temperatures don't really matter all that much either. What does matter though is defenses. This is connected to the main base and it allows us to completely bypass everything. This is just too much rock to tunnel through. So that's why this or that is just going to be a way in. If, however, we are trying to set this up as a storage. Oh, something happened. Copy, what did you do? Oh, you triggered a trap. Yeah, you hit a trap. Well, you're gonna get medical assistance. It's gonna be fine. Hey, let's focus on this one. We can just make time advance a little bit, especially when it's night time. No, there's enough work to be done there for digging, so eventually we'll get around to this. So let's say this is gonna be where the entrance is. So we'll keep. Oh, that was a mouse that was jumping the wrong way. So we'll keep this as doors, as walls. This is just gonna remain heavily reinforced. Just add a double wall here just to ensure it's really, really reinforced. Ditto on this side. If this is gonna be the door, then we'll want some extra layers of defense on the outside. And then they can tunnel the way in. Okay. So what if they try to breach the wall here? What's gonna be our game plan? Then we probably... No, either we just want to shoot them, that's why we got the sandbags over here. Or we should have some form of internal defenses, maybe some traps, maybe some other things. So as to just highly discourage them from going in. On the other hand, I think if we make the walls thick enough, then we should be reasonably fine. So for now, we'll actually just count on being able to shoot them if they try to attack us. So we're just gonna add some extra walls here. Once they've been built, we add extra walls and then we start digging. So we start by reinforcing and then we expand on it by digging our rooms here. Okay. We also have a bunch of stone here. We have struck more compact steel, which we will need some of actually. Let's just mark some of it for digging. Let's see, this entire corridor has also been marked, so we'll continue with that as we go. We're a bit low on crafters, I think. So Artinius is hunting, constructing, repairing, growing, and after all of that follows crafting. Wemmel is more of a crafter actually, but also our cook, so food takes priority. That's unfortunate. How are we in terms of food nowadays? Probably want to actually get those up. It takes a while to cook lavish meals, that's probably why our stocks are a bit on the low end. Then in terms of crafting we got Agnesia, who's got a small aptitude, and Brandon as well, but that's basically to just prevent getting bored, so we don't really have a dedicated crafter right now. We have completed our wall here, so we can add another layer to it, like so. So What are you doing? You are recruiting bats, but maybe you should just hold wood that you just chopped. No, maybe. Maybe a good idea. Okay, so that has been closed off. Time to mine. Let's make a mine shaft straight through to here. Colonist needs treatment. That's Whammo. Ah, yeah, you still got those muscle parasites. That's fine. Okay, so for that you'll need treatment. So we're gonna mine straight through. Also means we'll need to deconstruct this little bit of wall over here. So this is gonna be a weak spot until we get some extra walls in there though. So let's just queue up the slate wall over there. Then at least we got that one queued up. Then after that we'll plaster the wall a bit further. And then we can move on. Also means we want a little bit of space over there. Okay, some of our tree cutting jobs have been getting some wood in, which is good. And there is a lot more to mine, but for now, Darknessia, could you please mine the sandstone over there? Though I suspect that you're gonna end up quitting pretty early because it's evening now. Also, just unrestrict everybody. How is our work down here going? The boomalopes, boom rats that are on fire. Okay, so this is all really just gonna burn down. Sleeping grizzly bear. So just, I suspect the fire is gonna move along. Yeah, see, it's just licking on, and then the next and the next and the next. Unless there's rain, that wood is gonna get lost. C'est la vie. Whoop. Did we just get cargo pots in our courtyard? We just got iguana meat dumped into our courtyard. Okay, that just happened. Let's see. So this is open, this is actually closed, so this just punctured straight through the roof. Drop pods, they hurt. Well, might not even have been drop pods, might actually just have been... Well, there's metal, so that makes it drop pod drops. And otherwise, frozen iguanas in space, that doesn't make sense either, right? That would be odd. Okay, do we have anyone who has any aptitude for mining? No, it's just Darknessia. For now, I'm gonna boost Darknessia to just be a primary miner. Everything else is gonna be secondary. That means Artinius is naturally gonna take over as our constructor. And everybody else will just take all the other jobs. Need to make sure that Darknessia is gonna go into the correct direction, going there rather than up here. But for now, I'm just gonna bar these areas from entry. We'll queue up some jobs that need to be done, but at least this way we can indicate our priorities. As in, this is not where people should be going right now. Once we got our storage room up here done, then we can unlock the other area again. Okay. Again, just make sure we haul out the things that need hauling. We'll just keep the timer going quickly. So one bit of a wall has been laid in. That means we can add the next one. Well, actually, if we want to do this properly, Of course, we want to do this properly. We'll need to make sure that the outer wall here is a proper outer wall. So something that we can repair if need be. On the other hand, doesn't really need to be. If it's already a wall, might as well just leave it alone. It might actually make the attackers less likely to attack them. So for now we'll actually just go with slate walls. Okay, we'll mine out the entire room. Over there as well. At least the that's it. We've got some space that we can turn into walls over there. This is going to be a double wall. And of course we haul the stone chunks out. And it's just going to be mostly all hands on deck. Most people do have hauling as a high level priority, so that should be fine. Okay, so given that we have some space available already, and we do want to use this as a storage space. But not the walls, but the rest of the area we do. So we'll make this into a storage space where we can. It's going to be indoors. We don't want food. We want weapons and apparel. That's going to be the best way to store the space. And that's also the most of the things that are going to come in. So then we can just put them away somewhere. Make it a normal level priority thing. A lot of the other ones are low. This is okay, so we are filtering out the good stuff, so to say. And that means if we don't push this one at low, we're gonna instantly transfer all the stuff from here over here. So that doesn't seem like a decent way. So this is gonna be the yeah, the looted loot. Well, yes, the looted loot pile. It's gonna be very descriptive. And I hope it's gonna help us just empty the things more quickly. And of course we get a bunch of blocks and things from this, so we can work with it. Let's see. Darkness can build. It's not going to be a preferred builder, but we can tell you to work on the one in the corner. Otherwise, you might get yourself blocked out from working on it later on. And as I mentioned, we'll go with double walls in here, that if there is a breach, it's going to be more difficult to get through to the next room. Which of course also needs to move forward to the next room yet again. Expand our storage a little bit. Actually most of this entire area is going to be storage, so that's going to be okay. Just need to do a little bit more mining and then we will reopen the mining vaults to the right of the base. I wonder if once we got the tunnel up, if we ever get a bug infestation. No, not if, when we get a bug infestation. Then they're probably going to be in the outer corridors rather than in a single room. So we might have a better time dealing with them. Maybe. Still no chance of recruiting our prisoners. Because this has been marked as storage, I think these rock chunks should get taken out automatically, because they don't really belong there. Oh yeah, and of course the final bit of wall. Put in the slate wall. Then we can clear the plants here, because no longer need to draw them, of course. And then to be clear, mark these for hauling. Then we are good. So that means we can reopen our mining shaft over here. And keep looking for both gold and a base expansion. So, are there things we can do to improve our flow here? So currently, if we are getting attacked from, let's say, somewhere below here, we get a large wave of tribespeople. They go through here. Oh, they might stream around here. They might try to go past here. But of course, now we want to set up our people here so they can shoot. And then now around the trees here, they start shooting back. Maybe we should make this into a slightly better defensible situation, where it's not just the sandbags, but also small defensive walls that we can use to hide behind. Then also in case of attackers over here, we have a slightly better situation. So this is going to be a speed bump. So we'll put up the walls there, and then we'll just add some slate walls that we can put people behind. So this way we have someone who they can look on both sides, depending on if they're coming from the left or from the right, and we can have 3 different spots where that can happen. Maybe we should have a 4th one. Just expand the sandbags slightly. We can just deconstruct these. And if we're expanding anyway, might as well expand a little bit that direction as well. Now integrate this more into the proper base, or at least into the proper defenses of the base. Okay, so then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people where we can put our folks behind walls that shoot out. Then if we put sandbags in between, so we will actually keep these, then those are gonna make it more difficult for the enemy to move through, since they'll have to cross 2 sandbags rather than 1 to get to us. So we'll have a slightly better defensive position. If enemies are trying to attack the sides, we have someone we can put over there. That's just gonna shoot at them if they even have a chance of approaching. But I think this is gonna be slightly more defensible. We of course have our auto doors in the back. We have slate walls in the front. I think this is gonna be fairly decent. So that way we prevent this from being a weakness. Whammo, yep, that's Whammo. Okay, so Artinius is gonna fix that for us. We have Dagnesia, who is working on, currently on getting more minerals out here. Flash storm. Okay, extreme amounts of lightning. That's let's see, where is it pointing us to? Over there. Okay. Most of the base has now been surrounded by stone walls rather than wooden walls, so it's as long as someone doesn't get actually triggered or hit by the fire, we should be good. Marco? Yes? Yes. Okay. The flash storm is over. Still more steel. Might as well mine it. Let's see, we have more steel up here as well. Eventually, either we mine out the steel or we'll find something else that's worth mining. But then, no, we'll complete this and then we move on. Ooh, a poison ship next to the wall. That's interesting. Destroy it as soon as possible. Interesting spot. So we already have a slight defensive setup here. Not a lot of defenses. And the distance to the base is not very large, so that's going to be interesting. We can wait for a little bit, but eventually the poison is going to leak into our greenhouse, and then we're not going to be happy about it. So let's at least finish our defenses here. Then we're done building. Finish this storage room over there. Wemmel once again needs a treatment. Wemmel. Rest until healed. Then we'll wake up Brennan to actually take care of you. And Artinius is doing construction work here. Good. Want a little bit more. Excellent. So, bit of a defensive setup. Could you... Oh, excellent. You're hauling that away. Fixing the wall. Good, good, good. Okay, construction for now done. Then let's look further. So, mechanoids are going to spawn out from here. So this, oh, let's say there's going to be 6 mechanoids that come out. This is a very small direction, a very small area. There's not a lot of cover. The stone and stuff is mostly to prevent meleers from getting into range. So a similar setup is what we got here. We probably want to replicate over here. Just to make things slightly better. Let's see, if we mine this out, then we can turn that one into a direction we can shoot. Ah, we can't build there. In that case, it's better to keep it as it is. And then maybe we should shift things around a little bit. So, let's see, slate wall. We can't build there, but we can stand there, so assume that's a slate wall. And then over here as well. We'll build a slate wall, then we can build some more sandbags in between. And this is just going to be a little bit of a corner to stand in. Could move things slightly forward. Could also do that. Yeah, let's actually do that. Might be more useful than we already have the outer layers set up. And we'll build sandbags around here. Like that. This is all to set up some minimal defenses. Okay, Artinius is gonna work on this. Okay, next up is gonna be slate walls. Could you please work on that? It's just going to be a couple of small bits. It's just going to be a little bit of cover. It's not going to be overly extensive, but it's going to be enough. Playing chess? No, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to finish that one first. And then you can just hold the steel away. Good. So, we have minimal defenses here. And this is enough of a speed bump to not require the sandbags in front. But we can now put 1, 2, 3 people here to shoot. Put someone there, that's going to be a 4th. And this is a very small distance. Probably want to have someone with a EMP grenade nearby as well, just to disable them for a bit. Let's see if we can crash this. Wait, the fact that we are so close to the base, doesn't that mean that we can actually use guns for this? Sometimes I don't think of the obvious. So that also means I'm gonna build some extra stone walls in between that if they explode, they'll hit the wall rather than each other. Yeah, let's just double up a bit on the power circuits here. And we'll lead this over there. And then we'll put a switch in order to keep it controllable from a distance. Okay, so I think for now I'd like Darknessia to also work on the construction. This is more important now than the mining effort. So the poison doesn't seem to leak through the ground. It only spreads across traversable paths, which is interesting. They're just scattering some materials about. It's always a bit chaotic about construction projects. I would expect Artinius to also be helping, but of course, night elf, so he will be working during the day, during the night. Darknessia is working during the day, but they'll not be working together. Actually, makes sense to have some constructors share duties like that. Yeah, it's probably going to be the final run. Okay, I'd like you to work on the power switch, because then at least we can disable the power switch. Playing horseshoes, no. I'd like you to finish the power switch. And finish it, yes. So then we can say disable the power, then you can flick the switch and then it's now your time. And Artinius is gonna finish this. Well, I believe social time for everybody is overlapping, so that's gonna be slightly delayed, but should be good. Should all be good. So I'm very curious to see if a setup like this is gonna be successful, especially at such a close range. Okay, first of 3 is ready. Double check, this is now connected to our main power setup, right? Yeah, this is okay, that's good. A lot of work to actually set this up, even though it's so close to our base. What are you doing? You're holding steel all the way from there? Okay. So the generator broke down. A very fortunate time. So I wonder if poison ships don't really do a lot except poison the land. Can't you just leave them be? Especially if you already have your entire base just pulled in. See, you're not taking any health risks, right, from going through there. So far so good. Let's see, we have a lot of components. We're mining a lot of steel, so we can get away with just using it. I believe we might be done now. Yeah, Darknessia is back to construction duty. That means we're done. Okay, so we'll recruit you. Put you over there in the corner. Then we have 2 spots for 2 other people. Ento, by now, you are now also a volunteer. Gopi, you are also a volunteer. And then we'll take someone else to volunteer for flicking the switch. That's not going to be overly exciting. We'll just flick it and then someone will come. I think are going to be good. And then okay, so the turrets are not going to open fire. That's okay. Oh, we have these 3 fine folks who are going to shoot the target. Maybe, just maybe, we should actually prepare our defenses already. Okay, let's have a quick look. This is the closest one. What's your chance of hitting someone? 4%, 4%, 5%. Okay. So the cover helps, the sandbags help. It's gonna end in wounds though. That's nothing really to say about it. So you are attacking the ship, and the ship. So people are doing a good job. Marco, you with your sniper rifle. I'm gonna actually just set you up here. Or we're gonna set you up here. We do have a decent defense going. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually pretty close with my guess of 6. Happy surprise. Okay, there's no more space for others, so the other people we are actually just gonna line up here. Artinius, you gonna go there. Brendan, also there. Okay, so doing a decent job hitting this. The scyther was in the way, of course. Whoa, 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 whoa. You two, run away. Quickly. That worked out rather well. That wrecked the power here. So maybe we should just disable the power. Let's see, Marco, since you're flicking the switch already. Send Enzo and Gopi back as well. Okay. If we are gonna set things up, then we might as well move some people about. How are we doing here? Less than halfway through. That's okay. We'll send you over there then. I'll give the enemies a bit of an opportunity to work on this. The turrets have been disabled. That should take them off of the target list, so they're gonna charge in. Excellent. As intended. Let's see. Brandon, I think. Yeah, you got a decent range. So put you in the back, all the way in the back. Keep you safe. Artinius, MP grades. That's gonna be these little puppies. Gopi over there, Enzo in the back over there. And Marco, put you in there. Let's see, very large range, so that's gonna be rather good. Okay, we'll put Artinius in front there. And that's gonna be it. The ciphers are quick, and there's just gonna be one that makes it through. I was gonna say it's only one that makes it through. Not quite. If we could fix a couple of traps, that would make a lot of difference. Okay. It's kind of funny when they pick the task you were gonna give them as their natural task anyway. So we're gonna keep Artinius at the ready. On the other hand, might as well rearm another one of those. Got a little bit of opportunity. These ones are slow. They're really, really slow. So that definitely gives us a lot of opportunity here. I don't think you want to do that. I really don't think you want to do that. So put you back, Whammo. Gonna put you in the back here. Gopi, we are putting you in the back here. Whoa! Stupid, stupid. Marco, there. Enzo. Okay. Could have been handled slightly better. But, oh. Doors, close, anyone? That almost worked out. So, auto doors, auto close? No? Okay, so we just rearmed these traps for nothing. Good to know that that has an option as well. And it's not going to go through the doors. That's also interesting. Well, that's gonna hurt. Okay, so EMP grenade. Stun you. Excellent. Shoot you from multiple angles. Take you out. Excellent. Very excellent. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. For now, I'm not even convinced this was a bad idea. Maybe we should actually just keep those defenses in there as well. We can mark that one for pickup. These are also just marked for pickup. Good, good. Oh, we still need to kill the thing. So Artinius, you actually grab yourself a weapon again. Then we're gonna grab the 3 of you to shoot down the ship. And everybody else deal with waste. Darkness you can fix. That's okay. Okay, you're gonna go here and you're gonna go there. So Marco is in bed. Brandon is fixing you. Did I? Now you are. Yes. Okay. Then we shall put people in their places. And then that's it. Why can't you shoot? There is not line of sight, okay. Excellent. Some stuff here, there's not an AI core in here, but that's okay. And we haul all the bits in. And then that's gonna be it. Of course, we disable the power here, then at least we won't be wasting our power on this. Power for this has been disabled, and for the rest we are good. And I think that will conclude one rather eventful episode. So, we started out with a prison riot. Then we did some digging, got ourselves a bunch of steel. We built a new storage room here, rebuilt our defenses a little bit to basically allow us to fire a bunch of pot shots from relative defense at incoming attackers from the south. Then of course we got attacked by a poison ship from the north, which we dealt in a similar manner with, and I think it went rather well. And having these walls in between our turrets, definitely useful. Definitely useful. If you face them in the right direction, at least there's not going to be a sideways blast. So for our defensive turrets over here, that might not be a bad idea either. The turrets along the lines here, of course, if you build a wall next to them, they can't shoot at the entrance, so that's going to be less than useful. But in the back, maybe. On the other hand, do we really need them? It works rather well the way it is. Anyway, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.